Hello and welcome to Waiver Wire Fantasy Football. We're on week 3, right, Casey?
It is week 3. Week 2 was just this past weekend, so that would be next.
Casey, it was a lot of injuries happening with quarterbacks over the weekend. Let's talk about it real quick because it's going to affect who you are going to pick up and who you're going to, I wouldn't say drop, but you got to put on injury reserve. The biggest injury is a thing I would not want to say the whole season, but Joe Burrow.
3 months.
3 months for turf toe. But turf toe, it sounds like a really easy injury. Like, oh, he just hurt his toe. It's not. It's a horrible injury.
Apparently it's brutal.
It's brutal. And it sounds like it's really not that bad, but it's you're out. I don't know.
He has to have surgery.
He's having surgery this week, and he is definitely out for 3 months. That's minimal. Might be more. So he's the first one. Jaden Daniels, still uncertain about his status. I don't know if he's playing this week.
Yeah.
We'll find out. But Jaden Daniels is hurt. And then we got Brock Montana is out for 4 to 6 weeks. Is that right?
Yeah, another few weeks, I think they said.
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks, Brock Montana. And the crazy thing is both Brock Montana and the Bengals both won their games. I mean, Burrow played.
Well, Mac Jones, it was the New Orleans Saints for Mac Jones.
Yeah, but I know. I get it, but it's still a professional football team.
Sure. Don't forget Justin Fields with his concussion and J.J. McCarthy with an ankle too. So
yeah, McCarthy I think's out for a couple weeks, right? And usually when a guy gets a concussion, they're out at least a week, correct?
Yeah, at least miss any. And even the coach went on record, if he doesn't practice Wednesday, Thursday, there's really not much chance of him playing this weekend. So
as you were talking about, I know McCarthy's not really taking him any 10-person leagues. I get it. But if you're in leagues that have super flex or there's more than 16 teams, somebody probably has McCarthy. So we're here to talk about who you should be picking up at quarterback that's available in waiver wire. And it's tricky sometimes because some of those guys that we're going to mention could be taken in your league. But I just want to mention a few, and you can mention a few. The guy that I love is Daniel Jones. I mean, this guy's been running, he's been throwing. I mean, he's a whole different player now. And I know he's our cover guy too. If I had to pick a player that's on waiver wire, Daniel Jones is my number one guy. Casey, who's your number one waiver wire?
I think he's got to be my number one also.
Yes. I was worried about that because you're
the only other one I would probably consider, ironically, would be Joe Burrow's backup in Browning, just because they're such a pass-heavy team. And if you watch the game, I mean, he threw 3 picks, but he was just feeding your boy Jamar Chase, and he's got T. Higgins on the other side. Like, they have such good pass catchers. I just think that he'll put up numbers, even though he's not as good of a quarterback as Joe Burrow.
I always said Dr. Jen Ratner can play quarterback for the Bengals, and they'll have 300 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we know how unathletic he is. So, I mean, the Bengals do have great receivers. Browning, when he filled in for Burrow a couple of seasons ago when Burrow got hurt, he was 5-4. It wasn't like he was he was over 500. Ad Franklin, we got a question. If you want to read it.
Sure. He wants, hi, Brian, by the way, it's nice to see you. He wants to know if he should add Troy Franklin in Denver and drop, is it Tyquan Thornton? I'm blanking on how you pronounce his first name for the Raiders.
Right? Yeah, I mean, yes.
My answer would be yes too, for a couple reasons. I think Franklin has become the number 2 by moving past Marvin Mims there in Denver, and he was a college teammate with Bo Nix, so they do have a history together. I think that could play a role. Obviously, Bo Nix bounced back from a bad week 1 to have a pretty stellar week 2 there. So, yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't do that. I trust Franklin a little more than Thornton right now, and he also wants to know: does he pick up Isaiah Likely and drop Jaden Higgins?
Yeah,
I would do that.
I'll take this one. So you should never have 2 tight ends. You should never have 2 tight ends on your team. First of all, that's a big mistake.
Unless it's a tight end premium league.
Yeah, unless you got Andrews and Bowers or some crazy mixture like that, which you shouldn't have anyway. But if you drafted poorly, maybe you do. But you should never have, likely should not be on your team. So if you can pick up somebody better, and who was the player, Casey?
Jaden Higgins, who I honestly, I would drop him only because, or Texas doesn't know how to play offense right now. It pretty much looks like they came out hot last night and then did nothing. And Higgins, even though he was their second round pick, only had one catch, I think. Now he made it was a great drag route and he nearly broke it and took it to the house. But I don't know how involved they're going to get him right now. Why am I blanking? CJ Stroud looks lost right now. Now I don't think it's going to last. I think he's going to figure it out, but right now it's not going to last. And Brian wanted to point out he has Hawkinson.
Yeah, so there you go.
Well, look, I think Mark Andrews might be droppable though, if that's going along with the likely.
Hawkinson, he didn't catch his first pass until second half. I mean, he was absent from that Vikings offense. But again, he's a tight end.
Here you go, Ross. This includes a Bengal. So I'm going to ask you, should I do this trade? I'm assuming he's giving up Chase Brown and Travis Kelce and getting back CMC and Ridley.
Yes, I would. If you can get CMC, who's going to be the big part of the offense.
I would do it only even on the off chance or the slightly better than off chance that CMC gets hurt at some point this year. He's going to produce at such a higher level than Chase Brown while he's healthy that it certainly, to me, is a worthwhile bet. And Calvin Ridley will figure it out.
Plus, the 49ers schedule is the weakest in the NFL, which means they'll be scoring a lot of points against bad defenses. So getting CMC is definitely a good move. It's a way to win your championship. He's definitely a guy that can take you to the top. But yes, I would press the accept button very quickly.
So Ross, to move on here, Aaron Jones and Austin Eckler each came down with injuries last week at the running back position.
Austin Eckler, I heard he's on the IL, so he's out for 4 weeks.
He's out for the season. He has an Achilles injury. Aaron Jones, hamstring, and Jordan Mason was running better than him anyway. So are there any running backs you would recommend for people to pick up?
I love this kid from I watched him play. I watched the Bengal game. The kid from the Jaguars, Basil Tootin. I love that name. I think he's the real deal. I know he shares time with Travis Etienne, but I love this Tootin guy, and I think he's available in a lot of leagues, which is great. So I feel that Tootin is one of my top picks when it comes running back. And, everybody else, I mean, the other one that showed a little promise just because he was getting a lot of handoffs is Tyler Algiers for Atlanta. And I know that Robinson's just a monster right now. I mean, he's playing great. But if Atlanta does use both running backs, and Algiers carrying like 8 yards a carry, I think he had last week. A monster. So those are the two running backs. I like Marks too for Houston, but I'm not 100% sold. I mean, Chubb played so much of the game yesterday. But I do like Woody Marks also. But Casey, anybody else I'm missing?
At the running back position, I mean, you could look at either Jeremy McNichols or Chris Rodriguez now that Eckler's out, because Krosky Merritt has been hyped up, and he's a good running back, but he's never he played only 1 year of Division I football. He's never been the every down back for a full season, so they know they're going to back him up. Chris Rodriguez, if you think he's going to take the goal line work, would be the touchdown dependent one there. Jeremy McNichols is more likely a passing down back, so he might get a majority of the Austin Eckler stuff there. And Rachaad White looked pretty good for Tampa Bay last night. He was running pretty hard. Your Arizona State guy.
Arizona State, right. Yeah, he looked great. He scored the game-winning touchdown. He looked great.
And so, it's still not his backfield. It still belongs to Bucky Irving, but Rachaad White is proving that he's not going to go away. Okay, Lux wants to know if he makes this trade, should he pick up Juwan Johnson or Fannin if I trade Kelce away. If you want my opinion, it's Juwan Johnson, and it's not close. I think Fannin is certainly a very good player, but he's not even the number one tight end on his team. And so can you count on him for week in and week out production with Njoku there? Juwan Johnson might be Spencer Rattler's favorite receiver right now. And as long as Rattler's the QB there in New Orleans, I think Johnson is good for 5, 6, 7 targets, and especially in the end zone.
I agree with you, Casey. But Kelce looked really old last week. I mean, he didn't catch the ball and it tipped into the receiver's hand for the loss. KC's 0-2, but for some reason I just feel that Mahomes always looks for Kelce, especially in the red zone.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what kind of value you'll get for Kelce right now. If you get something like a really good wide receiver, yes. But I wouldn't be so quick of trading Travis Kelce. I think he has a little more gas in the tank, and I think he'll score some points for you in fantasy. I really do.
But that was the trade where he's getting CMC in the trade. So all right. Chig Okonkwo or Isaiah Likely. For me, it's Isaiah Likely. I think Mark Andrews is not in a good spot right now. I think Likely is going to take a lot of that production. And we know how much Lamar Jackson likes throwing to the tight end. I don't know how much I trust the Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward looked pretty good. And the kid, Ayamanor, however you pronounce his name, the rookie looked really good. The Stanford rookie wide receiver. So I would probably go Likely of those two. Kilgard. That's violent.
I was going to talk about wide receivers. I do have some good wide receivers on my waiver wire list.
Well, here we go. He has Kyler Murray and Penix. He has Calvin Ridley, Terry McLaurin, Matthew Golden, Marvin Mims.
Marvin Mims, just so you know, he's waivable. Just so everybody knows. I
don't know if he's waivable, but he's close. Cedric Tillman. Do I grab Daniel Jones for a quarterback and replace Kyler or Penix with him, or do I replace Mims with Franklin? I would get Franklin, quite honestly. If I think Daniel Jones is playing better than those other two right now. But by season's end, as long as Kyler Murray's healthy, I think you have just as good of a quarterback in that situation.
I think Kyler Murray's looking like the old Kyler Murray. He's running. He's not making bad pass choices like he did in last year. I like Kyler Murray this year, but Daniel Jones, man, he's playing.
He's proving how bad the Giants are. Okay, move on. I don't want to talk about Daniel Jones as a Giants fan.
We have to just move on. Folks, please ask him questions about Daniel Jones, please. Okay, keep going.
Ian Saquon Barkley. Okay. You said you had some wide receiver pickups this week. Who are your top two?
Well, I'm going to mention some names, Casey. You go yay or nay. It's that easy.
Okay.
Like long drawn out things. The first one I'm going to just do because I like watching you squirm. Wan'Dale Robinson of the New York Giants. Yay or nay?
PPR, absolutely.
Okay. Troy Franklin.
Yeah, I like his connection with Bo Nix. I like Sean Payton's offense for him.
And I was watching that Bronco game last week on Red Zone. It picks up everything. He was getting the ball a lot. I mean, Nix was throwing the ball like to him the whole time. And I'm saying to myself, I got to pick this guy up. I love this guy. Kayshon Boutte.
I guess you have to consider him. He had a touchdown again this week. He seems to be somebody that Drake May really likes. If you're struggling with somebody who's hurt, Jaden Reed, if you're waiting for Chris Godwin to come back, if you have Rashad Bateman, that's somebody I drop for him. Xavier Legette has proven to be not a very good wide receiver.
I like Boutte too. I think he looks for him a lot. May.
All right. Would you trade Mike Evans for AJ Brown? My answer is no. I actually am genuinely worried about AJ Brown this year, not because I don't think he's a stud wide receiver and when healthy could produce. The Eagles don't have to throw the ball deep ever. Yeah. Their defense is so good. Their running game is so good. They use the tush push now from the 48-yard line. I don't know if AJ Brown, I mean, you're getting him very low, but I think Mike Evans is too high of a price to pay for him.
I agree 100%.
Because Mike Evans is still the red zone target for Baker Mayfield. He nearly had the most amazing 360 spinning catch in the end zone. If you watched last night, he still is where Baker throws it up to on those back shoulder throws. And Baker has proven that he's the real deal.
How great is Baker Mayfield in all seriousness? I mean,
I know he's proven he and Cleveland are Daniel Jones Daniel Jones is not as good as Baker Mayfield right now, but it's the same kind of idea. You get a good quarterback with the right environment and the right coaching, and they're going to be a good quarterback. No matter how good that quarterback is, you put them in a place where they can't produce a quarterback and they're going to suck.
No, he's definitely somebody I don't want to face in the playoffs. He's that good. I mean, this guy runs, he throws, he's great.
Would you try to buy low on Ashton Genty, or would you just stay away because the Raiders look so bad?
Stay away. Genty, I watched last night. The Raiders are just lost. 3 interceptions for their quarterback, Smith. I mean, it was just horrible. I mean, and Genty, he had some good runs, but it's just the problem is their passing game is so bad. They're going to just key off on them stopping the run. If you can trade him for like another back that's comparable, maybe, but you're not going to. I mean, I don't think people will give you much value right now for Genty, who went in the second round, maybe even first. So you're kind of stuck with him. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I agree. You just got to hope he turns it around.
Cedric Tillman of the Browns, yes or
big
no?
Fan.
What?
I'm a big fan. Yeah, okay. I mean, he's the best receiver I think they have. He's a big body outside target who just comes up with a lot of contested catches and positions himself well. He's not going to be a big yards after the catch guy, but he's reliable and Flacco likes him.
I like that. How about KC Romeo Doubs of the Green Bay Packers?
There's a lot of mouths to feed there. Even with Jaden Reed getting hurt, there's they have Dontavian Wicks, who they started throwing to this past week. They still have Matthew Golden, their rookie first-round pick. Dobbs is going to be too touchdown dependent for me to be a priority target. Okay, I'm going to George then asks, would you give Pollard for Genty? And I'm going to say no, only because Pollard gets 90% of the utilization in Tennessee and has proven that he's running better, that he's on a better team right now than Genty is. I'm not saying Genty's not a better football player in the long run, but right now, why would you trade a guy who has zero competition in the backfield? Zero. And has the ability to produce in the running and the passing game. So no, I wouldn't make that trade. All right, Ross, I'm going to give you this question. Are we buying Brendan DeMay? Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming. Are we buying the Scattaboo hype?
I should have worn my Scattaboo jersey. I still have it from Arizona State. He had a touchdown. He had 40 yards last week, I think, something like that. He caught the ball a few times. I mean, I believe in Scattaboo. I mean, he knocked the hell out of some defensive player too. I saw the tape. This guy's the real deal. He's only on game 2, and he has a touchdown, and he looks great. And yes, I believe the hype. I think the guy's going to be a really good NFL player. The Giants are not a good team. They don't have a good offensive line, and Russell Wilson is 100 years old. So, but he's playing well. But again, I love Scattaboo. So
yeah, remember Tyrone Tracy was a late round draft pick, so they don't have a lot invested in him. No. He's, it's not like there's a big contract there to make it harder for Scattaboo to jump him. And if Tracy's not impressing, and don't forget how good of a wide receiver, how good of a ball catcher out of the backfield Scattaboo was. If you watched the playoffs for college last year, I think he was just amazing. And he's proven he can put a team on his back just with his heart. He's not the greatest athlete out there, but he's hard to knock over and he's got great hands. All right, let's see. 2 quarterback flex league. Daniels is questionable. Purdy is out. Backups are Ward and Rattler. Backup running backs are Brian Robinson Jr. and Monty. I'm second on the waiver. Bill Merritt, Mac Jones, and Browning are available. What's the priority order for
Man,
me?
I'll do it Browning first, just because you mentioned before during the show that Browning has a lot of weapons and he should do pretty well, which he did last 2 seasons ago when Burrow got hurt. So Browning 1, Casey, Mac Jones, and Bill Merritt. I mean, if you need a quarterback, I guess Jones, if that's the only the best person available.
Yeah, if your 2 starters are both out, I would probably. I mean, I would rather have them. Well, Cam Ward and Mac Jones and Spencer Rattler are all interchangeable to
Yeah,
me, I think.
right.
So I would go Browning and Krosky Merritt would be 1 and then 2.
And then I would start Browning and Ward during I don't know who they're playing, but
yeah, I'd have to look up their schedule.
we
So
talk about next week's games on Thursday. But yes, pick
all
up
right,
Browning.
Nino Pena. I have the number 1 priority this week. Who would you lean in full PPR? Scatterboo, Franklin, Ramondre, or Daniel Jones? He has Dak as his current quarterback. Dak showed you that he's fine, so I'm not worried about.
I said, Casey, remember what I said in the season? Dak is going to lead the NFL in passing yards. I still believe that. I just think he's going to start heating up very soon. He had a good game last week. So Dak, you keep. Scotty Franklin.
I'd probably go Franklin in full PPR because
I agree.
I
think Franklin got the ball so much last week, and all I heard is his name during the game. That's all I saw.
Smitty wanted to point out that he has James Connors and Travion Henderson as his starting running backs. Then I'm definitely going. Then it keeps it even stronger for me. Browning than Bill Merritt. I'm worried about Travion Henderson. Ramondre Stevenson looked great. Travion Henderson has not yet this year.
He didn't get the ball. I mean, he was like,
and so
I didn't see him get. I didn't see him get the ball that much. I mean, maybe once or twice.
He didn't have a lot of touches, and Ramondre looked really good and even caught a long ball. So
yeah, great.
I would probably, if that was it, I'm going first for Browning because you need a quarterback in a super flex, and then Krosky Merritt.
Yeah, I mean Browning should be a priority for a lot of people.
Yep. All right, so a few minutes left. Anything you want to?
Casey, any wide receivers we did not touch upon that you liked?
Wide receivers that we didn't touch upon. Let's see. Let me look at my list here. My 2 favorite were Wandell and Cedric Tillman. I think Rashid Shaheed in New Orleans could be a good one. We talked about Troy Franklin. And the other one I mentioned was Iomanor from Tennessee. He's the Stanford rookie.
I had him on my list and I took him off because I just was naming too many wide receivers, but I like him too.
Smitty wants to ask if you should rank Krosky Merritt first instead of Browning. My question for you would be, do you think somebody else is going to put in a claim for Browning?
Yes,
because
your league will. Yes,
if nobody else has injured quarterbacks, but somebody owns Joe Burrow, so they're going to be putting. You're giving up a quarterback if you don't put Browning first.
The Burrow owner
is going to go for Browning.
Try to get Browning. Every time I say Browning, I always think about Browning. Remember Browning Nagel, who played for the University of Louisville, who played in the 90s? I don't remember. Really good quarterback.
Might have gave up more value, but okay, let me just read this. Might have given up more value, but wanted to get rid of Tyreek ASAP, especially having the CMC risk already. What are your thoughts on me sending Tyreek Hill and Travis Etienne for Chase Brown and Jacoby Myers? I like Etienne this year. I know Bashal Tutin is a fancy name right now, but Etienne has been great. I liked him. I listed him as one of my best value picks in the preseason because I like that the Liam Cohen offense for him. Remember what he did with Bucky Irvin down there in Tampa. I think you can do the same for Etienne. Chase Brown, that offensive line is atrocious. And with Joe Burrow out, I could see defenses forcing Browning to beat them. And I think Chase could have it tough. Jacoby Myers is safe, but he's a high floor, low ceiling guy because he's not a touchdown guy. He's like Wan'Dale Robinson. So I could be very wrong, but I would not want that. I mean, I do worry about Tyreek long term, but Tua looked better last week. If Tua gets better, Tyreek plays better. I don't know if you're getting the better end of either one of those.
I'm not a fan of that deal either. It's funny you said that. Tight ends, real quick. Zach Ertz looks like he's getting the ball a lot in Washington. I think he's a
Is
good
he
fit.
healthy now? Because he was hurt last week.
I believe he's healthy. I didn't hear anything, but we want to check. Jake Ferguson in Dallas is getting the ball a lot. And defense for next week, if you can pick up the Packers defense, they play Cleveland. That's my favorite defense of the week.
I
like Buffalo on Thursday.
And I like the Seahawks at home against New Orleans.
Yeah, that's good too. That I have that up there too. I don't think New Orleans is as bad as people think. I mean, who's really bad, Casey? The Chicago Bears. I mean, they give up points.
Their defense is not playing well, yeah.
And the
Roma Dunze is not.
The Miami Dolphins I have on the same wavelength. Miami Dolphins defense is horrible.
Yep.
They're getting destroyed. I mean, they're giving up 8 yards a carry or whatever. It's horrible. So for betting aspects and for fantasy aspects, go against Miami and go against Chicago. They're both not good.
Kamara and Pearsall for Nico Collins.
For Nico. Yes, I would take Nico. I would take Nico Collins in a second. I believe one of the top tier receivers in the game.
For me, it depends. It depends who else you have at running back. Because Alvin Kamara, while he's an older running back, is still a guaranteed RB2. And so
their offense is so bad.
But how bad does Texas's pass game look? You might have to. I mean, Nico Collins had one catch last night?
They're trying to get him the ball more. During halftime, they asked the coach that same question you just said.
Yeah, so
they got to get Collins the ball, but I think he'll bounce back. I think he'll have a good year.
All right, my friend.
That's the show for today. We'll be back. If you have any questions, you can always reach us where you're watching.
Just comment on here. We'll follow it.
Yeah, we'll follow it. And then we'll be back Thursday, 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern. And you guys can always reach us through YouTube.
Oh, Lux said he already has HN, CMC, and ETN. Then yes, I'm absolutely doing that trade.
Well, there it is.
It's a no-brainer.
Yep, no-brainer. Okay, Case. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you guys very soon.
All right, guys. Have a good one.